here. I am here today with my video for the Twisted Sisters video hop. And for this catalog, which is the October-December catalog, excellent catalog. Check out the link down below and you can go take a look at the whole thing. What I decided to twist, you all know I love the digital art collection. So the digital art collection I'm using is on page 7. It's this one right here. It's called Freshly Baked Digital Art Collection. It is $9.95 and you get a whole bunch of stuff in here. But when I first saw it, my eye went directly to this right here. This is actually supposed to be a cooling rack for all of these little cookies. So you can create a little, what am I trying to say? I can't talk today. A little cluster of your cooling rack with all of your cookies and everything. Fun little thing, which I'm definitely going to be doing. But what I saw was a cross-stitch canvas. And I have been looking and looking and looking for something to use as a background for stitching to make cards. There are some dies out there that some companies have created for making these kind of dies that you can stitch on, and they're pretty expensive. So I was trying to use what I had and I wasn't finding anything. And then when I saw that art cartridge, or I'm sorry, that digital art collection, I was like, that's the one. So let me show you what I did. And I put it into on my Cricut, and I went in and I just sliced off those two little edges in the system and then printed them and then cut them. You really don't have to do that. You can just cut those with scissors. I spent a lot of time slicing them off, and it's like, why did I do that? I could have just cut them with my scissors after they were cut. And I just cut them a little bit smaller than an A2 size card. And actually, I should have grabbed them. Let me grab some because I cut a whole bunch of them. And let me show you what they look like. Okay, see, this is what happens when I clean up my craft room. Here we go. So I love using these little bags. You can get them on Amazon. This is what they look like. I did them in black and I did them in white. And just so you know, when you're cutting in black, we have a white core, but if you flip them over, you won't see the white core. So anytime you're using our black paper to cut on the Cricut, just flip over whatever it is you cut. And if it's something that is like words or something like that, just click the little mirror button when you go to make it. It'll flip it upside down, cut it, and then you can use this side as your side because you don't see the white core. And then I also cut them in white. And then the other thing is, I would recommend just use the cheapest embroidery floss. That's what I use, just the cheapest embroidery floss you can find. I get these at Walmart, JMP Coats. I do a lot of cross stitch, but I really don't like their floss. it just doesn't feel good on my hands. I prefer DMC, or I also like some of the hand-dyed classic colorworks, things like that. But just use what you have. I also used yarn. That was my husband's idea. So I used a very lightweight yarn. So on this one, this was a yarn that had kind of a variegation in it. So I'm going to bring these up a little bit closer so you can look at them. And what I did on this one is I just created like a basket weave pattern. I just had a lot of fun with these. My husband and I we go to a local park and walk. And my husband walks a lot more than I do. So what we do is we start out the walk together. I do the first 2.5 to 3 miles, and then I get my camp chair out and set up my chair in the park, and then bring along some craft item. And I brought this along, and I did most of these sitting in the park, just enjoying the sunshine and saying hello to my husband as he walked by, you know, every so often. But you can do this kind of stuff anywhere. And so this is just a basket weave pattern, and then I just left a space open here to put a sentiment. And this sentiment, actually, I am so sorry, but it comes from a stamp set that's no longer available. It was the September Stamp of the Month, which was awesome. If you don't know about the Stamp of the Month program, you've got to check it out. If you look toward the back of our catalogs, you'll see the stamp of the month. So here are the stamps of the month for October, November, and December. And let me tell you, you can get these stamp sets for free. If you're a VIP, if you join the VIP program, which believe me, pays for itself in like a couple months easily, you get this for free whenever you spend $50. You get the stamp of the month just for free. If, however, you're not a VIP and you spend $50, you can get it for $5. And if you just want the stamp of the month, it is $19.95 because it is one of our larger stamp sets. So anyway, that was September. This is September's stamp of the month. So I'm sorry you can't get that, but I was just looking for a small stamp that would work with these. So this was a basket weave. This was just a little starburst that, I just started playing around. If you guys want me to do another video showing you exactly how to do each one of these stitches, just leave me a comment down below. I am happy to do it. So there is that one. Oh, and just so you know, when I stick these down onto the A2 cards, I used a really heavy duty, what's it called? Score tape, like adhesive. I wouldn't use a liquid adhesive because I think it would come up through the holes, but just a really heavy duty adhesive to hold these down. Then this was just one of those really inexpensive variegated yarns. I'm sorry, floss on this one. And this is just a basic cross stitch. Now, something I will tell you, when you're using a variegated, you want to cross each X as you go. Don't work across one way and then come back the other way, which we normally do in cross stitch with regular thread. When you have a variegated, you want to finish each cross because otherwise your variegation is not going to show quite as pretty. And then this particular little piece is actually from the Cherish digital art collection, and it comes off of this card right here. So these digital art collections, you definitely need to pick them up. They are awesome. There's no shipping involved. They're instant download. You can use them on any cutter that uses SVG. Any cutter that uses an SVG, which as far as I know is every one of them, you can use these digital art collections on. They are not tied to Cricut. So that is a really good thing. But anyway, so I cut that out with some coordinating paper. Now I did notice on the white, putting it on a white card base, it kind of lost something. So I just grabbed some coordinating cardstock and then I rounded the corners with my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. I used the 1/2 inch just in case you wanted to do the same thing. And then glued this down with a little bit of liquid glue, and then I actually set my phone on top of it to give it enough weight to make them stick, and they're doing fine. This one was a little bit of an experiment, and I like it, but I think I can do better. So I'm going to make some more, and I'm going to actually weave the colors in and out rather than just lay them over the top of each other. But I still like the way it came out, and the texture on these is just amazing. I love the way these feel. They don't add hardly any weight at all, and they're not thick. So you can put them through with just a regular stamp. You're not going to have to worry about extra postage. And then I saved this one for last because this is my favorite. I love the way this came out, and it came out completely as an accident. I actually started out to do something like this, but with 2 colors. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll do the salmon color first, and then I'll go back in and put in another color. Well, as I was going along, I noticed that my thread was going behind some of the holes and created a 3D effect with the color coming behind the black and then going on top of the black. This is my absolute most favorite one, and it worked out so well. I just can't get over how beautiful this is. I wish you could see it in person. I wish you could feel it because they just feel amazing. So with that, I will leave you. Make sure you check out the other, I'll lay these out so you can see them a little better. Make sure you check out the other folks who are in the hop. I believe that April and Adele will be on next. So They will be tomorrow. If you're watching this on Sunday, October 2nd, they will be on the 3rd. And Katie Weeks was yesterday. And then I believe we have, I think, 11 or 12. So over the next 11 or 12 days, you will have a new video to watch. And there will be a playlist down below. Check out the playlist. All of them will be there. They will go, the video will show up in the playlist when the video goes live. So make sure you come back and check it every day. They go live at 7 a.m. Eastern every day. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. And thank you so much for stopping by. If you're not already a subscriber, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Just hit the red button down below. And if you like this video, if you wouldn't please take a moment and just give me a thumbs up, that would mean the world to me. And that would tell YouTube to show my videos to people. That is the best that you could ever do for me. I appreciate you so much. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.